runs the meeting, Ken Hayden and Audrey and the public here. Buster, can you say something to see if everybody can hear you?
Yes. So,
Out loud, but.
yes, I'm hoping that I can just initiate and call the meeting to order. I mean, at 9 a.m., well, it's 9:01 now, and then turn the chair duties over to Hayden Forward.
So, what do we need to do, Deb? Turn off the mic?
Yeah, just turn off your mic.
Turn off camera?
Okay. Are we now ready?
I believe we're ready, Buster. Are we ready, Adrian? We are ready.
Okay, so we'll call this meeting to order at 9:02 a.m. And the first order before we start with prayer and is to turn over the duties of chair to Hayden Forward.
Okay, thank you, Buster. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, sir, fine.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will call the meeting to order, and I will ask our Madam Clerk to say the opening prayer, please. And Anita, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Our most heavenly Father, we come before you today and we ask you to bless this meeting and give us wisdom and understanding into your words and to help the public and our community. And we just bless you and we praise you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the public for which is under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you very much. Has everybody had a chance to take a look at the agenda? I did review it myself to see if we could consolidate, and we've got some important items and I couldn't see any consolidation. Is there any other discussion about the agenda? Okay, I do have one change. It's not consolidation. I am going to ask, since we have a visitor here that will be discussing an outdoor LED sign that she is identified as F, we will move her to the beginning of action items, if that's acceptable. Do I have a motion to approve?
I got a motion.
Okay,
I'll second it.
thank you. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries. Thank you, everyone. I thought you just did.
I thought that was today.
Oh, that included
Okay.
shifting there. Right? The approval of the agenda included shifting A to the front of action.
Yes, I
items.
wrote it, yeah.
Okay. All right, next line item, approval of minutes for June 25th, July 2nd, and July 11th. Any discussion or changes?
I motion we approve the minutes for A, B, and C.
Do we have a second?
Second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Very good, motion passes. Line item 6, public meeting or public comment. During this portion of our meeting, we welcome your suggestions and want to hear your concerns. This is not a question and answer period. Speakers will be limited to 3 minutes. The county commission is not able to act on matters discussed during public meetings. Speakers are requested to state their name for the record. Do we have any public comment? I hope. Yes.
My name is Eileen Dobbs, and I am the current treasurer of the San Augustine Water Coalition. It's a period I've served now for about 15 years. I understand that y'all are looking at redoing or in the process of redoing or updating the county land use plan, and that's what I'd like to talk about. When the land use plan was originally done, economic activity actually was held here in the South. It was concentrated in the southern region of the county, primarily lumber and mining industries. And the northern part of the county was reserved for agriculture, ranching, and it wasn't placed in the county land use plan. Today, the demographics in the county changed significantly. There's no more lumber, there's no more mining industries in the south, and many of the northern ranchers have sold portions of their land form subdivisions. There are approximately 30 subdivisions now in the northern county. As a result, the county's tax base has also shifted to the north. According to the assessor's office, the treasurer's office, and the county clerk's office, 68% of the taxes that are collected in the county come from the northern county and the north of Horace Springs and those subdivisions. That represents $88 million in taxable value, which translates to almost $1.46 million in annual taxes. Since 2007, we have been engaged in a legal and environmental battle with the foreign landowner in the north who owns just 1.4% of the land on the San Augustine Plains. Despite this small holding, he is attempting to export vast quantities of groundwater to Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, Los Lunas, wherever he could sell it. If this proposal moves forward, so far we've defeated it, approximately 15 large ranching operations on the plains will lose their water. The impact would be devastating, not just for the landowners, but for the county's economic stability. Names like Bobby Salvo, Roy Farr, Thane Keeney, Carol Coker, the Harriet Ranch, Dick Welber, Russell Walray, the Hand Ranch, Tanning Ake Keeney, Randall Major, the Bruton Ranch, the Bull Run Ranch, the Double H Ranch, and last but not least, Dale and Gail Armstrong, Representative Gail Armstrong, on land on the plains, and they'll lose their water. We respectfully urge Catherine County Commission to include the northern county in the update of the county land use plan. If we lose this water, we lose its use. We lose our livelihood, and you lose the taxable value on $88 million worth of land.
Good. Thank you for those important comments. Yes.
My name is Anita Hand, and I represent Salavo Soil and Water. Good morning, Vice Chair and members of the Commission. Several weeks ago, I addressed this body on behalf of the Salavo Soil and Water Conservation District regarding the county's ongoing effort to revise the Catherine County Land Use Plan. At that time, we emphasized the legal authority and unique qualifications of soil and water conservation districts to serve as partners in this process. To date, Salavo has not received any follow-up communications or draft materials from the Commission or its representatives. While we understand the complexity of this work, we are concerned that continued silence may result in missed opportunities for timely and substantive collaboration. We respectfully request that the Commission share a working draft of the proposed land use plan or relevant sections thereof before it is released for formal public comment. As you know, by the time the plan reaches the public comment stage, much of its content is typically finalized, leaving little room for meaningful integration of local expertise. Salavo stands ready to contribute technical insight and community-grounded feedback, particularly in areas of water resource management, soil health, conservation priorities, and sustainable subdivision development. Our shared goal is to ensure that this plan reflects the environmental realities and long-term needs of Catherine County. We urge the Commission to honor the intent of Section 7320-41F of state law by initiating a formal engagement process with Salavo Soil and Water. Doing so will not only strengthen the credibility and effectiveness of the plan, but will also help preserve the unique landscape, rural values, and water-limited resources that define our region. We appreciate your leadership on this important issue and look forward to working together in a spirit of mutual respect and shared responsibility. On another note, I also sit on the San Augustine Water Coalition, and I echo her comments. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry we can't reply during the public comment, but we should speak after the meeting. Do we have any others here for public comment? Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll move on to agency reports. The first one up is Commissioner Activity Report, and just want to remind everyone, the reason for this is so the commissioners can legally speak with each other about their activities in open meeting. Do you want to begin, Audrey?
Sure, so a lot of good things have been happening as far as the wolves go. Met with some pretty important people, regional acting director and some other higher ups, and they really want to try to start managing the wolf problem and helping us out with locations and everything that, like the investigative, the depredation standards. So a lot of good things are happening along the line of that. As far as there's been some edits to the farm bill on the LIP payments. So, and I'll just tell you, so it amend the livestock indemnity program by providing 100% market value payments for livestock losses due to predation. Currently, it's been 75%. It amends LIP by providing 75% market value payments for livestock losses caused by adverse weather and disease. It amends the LIP by adding supplemental payments for unborn livestock losses due to predations, weather, or disease at 85%. And then also producers with grazing land in counties experiencing the D2 drought for at least 4 consecutive weeks to receive 1 monthly payment under the livestock forage disaster program, and 2 months if the drought persists for 7 out of 8 consecutive weeks. So that's pretty huge, especially since we're gonna go back to 24. I know 25 has been awful for the ranchers from the drought and stuff like that. And then I want to give big kudos to Deb. She's been doing a great job. Had a lot of good comment from people in the constituents telling me how active she is and always available to address issues. So anyway, wait.
It has been busy.
One more thing that was
Yes.
huge. So last week, I think it was last week, Grant County did support our declaration for disaster with the wolves. And big kudos to Deb, Buster, and Hayden for showing up with their testimony, and it went on a 4-1 vote for it. So I believe there's 7 counties that are supporting 8.
Yep,
There's 8.
including sport.
So there's 8 counties supporting that, and it's growing, getting better, and getting more support. So feel like if the counties work together, we can do better things if we're all on the same page. And that's what I have.
It's been a busy month.
It's been super busy.
Buster, do you have anything?
Buster, we lost
We lost Buster?
temporarily.
I had Starlink.
Yeah, that's, well, what happened to Starlink? We'll find out. Yeah, we'll need a refund.
Temporarily logged off. We wouldn't give the report.
All right, well, when Buster comes back, we'll ask him if he has anything. I've got a few items here, Audrey, to talk about. I have been gathering data to share with the New Mexico Game and Fish in their meeting that's coming up on the 15th of August. Yeah.
So one more thing, and I just got the text last night. Nick Riso is gonna be the new Don Young, which was Game and Fish, who, and Nick Riso was with US Fish and Wildlife. He's always been really, really good to work with. And I'm pretty excited to
Good.
have him on board because he's pretty honest and works well with people.
Well, and I'm not heartbroken that Don Young is moving on. All right. So very important, we do have a New Mexico Game and Fish Commission meeting next month. I've been gathering data that some of the commissioners have asked me for, both on wolf activities and elk population. I did write a letter to the Forest Service Chief, Tom Schultz, asking him to reevaluate the Gila Forest position on wild and scenic rivers designation on the Gila. I haven't heard a reply from him yet. Also penned a letter to Representative Gozar in supporting his bill to delist the wolf from the Mexican wolf from endangered species and decouple from Mexico. And Gosar did submit his bill to the House. Hasn't been heard yet. We did receive a response back saying that they appreciate the information we're sharing with them and the support. Communicated with Commissioner Colette Chandler out of Luna County. She was asking for information to benefit their resolution in support of Catron County's emergency declaration. Tom Patterson was there for that particular meeting, and with the information that we gave Colette, we did get that passed in Luna County. That was one of our wins this month. Glenwood Park Board. Attended a couple of meetings with Glenwood Park Board. Glenwood has started communication with Tammy Christensen as, here I wrote this down, as their coordinator for procurement procedures on implementing project activities related to grant fund spending. And I've got to tell you, Tammy is doing a fantastic job. Tammy, you are doing a job as if you were being paid to do the job, not just as a volunteer. So the park board is lucky to have you. Audrey already mentioned about the Grant County resolution in support of Catron County's emergency declaration. Deb, you did a great job. Buster, I wish Buster was here to hear this. His public comment went a long way in putting a personal spin on what it's like to live with the wolves. So as Audrey already mentioned, we did get Grant County to pass their resolution in support of ours. Their liberal paper is very interesting. Read the articles that come out. But the reality and the truth of what the situation was shared well, and they accepted it.
The one comment I had about the liberal paper is that your picture was far more attractive than my picture.
Did
You were just, by profile, you were, very,
He was like,
they captured a great picture.
Listen, I was smiling through 90% of my presentation. I was calling us the friendly county to the north, and thank you for all your help. But the picture they put in the paper was, oh, shoot. All right. We have been trying to figure out, Audrey, how to generate a survey of residents in Catron County to find out their opinions on living with the wolves. And it's turning out to be a very difficult thing to achieve. The one benefit that we would have is if we spoke with the assessor's office and asked them to start requesting email addresses from all of our residents. So obviously we can't bring it up for action now, but it's something I would like to consider, not just for surveys, but also for communication on important matters. If we could easily communicate with all of our residents, and we are moving into a modern world, so perhaps we'll address that in the future. All right, that's all I have. Is Buster back on? Okay, moving on. Do you have anything else, Audrey?
No, just there's a lot of good positive things happening for the county right now.
I believe there is also including the potential of SRS coming back to us. Okay, I don't have a Forest Service report. I didn't see a written manager's report or department report.
So the report I sent to you yesterday, and it was a lot of what happened in the last couple of weeks that was surrounded around the 4th of July fireworks and my time with that. But I had sent it to you guys. I believe I sent it to the clerks this time. So
Yeah, we can.
I neglected last time, so I apologize. But I can read it shortly. So we have been spending some quality time with BLM, with Matt Atencio, that's the field manager for BLM and Socorro, in a couple different aspects, both with the road department trying to capture some leaking for from road surfacing to the first road area, and also to kind of capture and kind of location sites in the North County near Wildford. Our fire department doesn't have a good reaching communications through that area, so we're trying to capture some locations. They are on BLM property, so we need to work with it really big. We did attend, and Audrey was there, the NMSU presidential meet and greet that was at the fairgrounds on the 26th. I think Catherine County was well represented there. Audrey spoke on behalf of the county and the wolf issue. Ironically, he resigned, I wanted to say like 3 days after he met with us. So the NMSU president is no longer, the one we met is no longer there. So on July 4th, we did have 3 public fireworks displays in the county. We had Pomado, we had Apache Creek, and then we had Glenwood. I was at the Pomado one. I have a little more concerns, as I mentioned, but I heard nothing but positive about everything that occurred there. So they were all 3 well attended and safe, which was the biggest thing. I attended the Pomado Lake Homeowners Association on the 5th with the sheriff and also our Firewise representative was there, Scott. And so that was actually an exceptional meeting. They had a really great turnout at Pomado Lake. So they have a really involved homeowners group. So we spent some time with them. We have, so I attended the Grant County Commission meeting to discuss the public safety resolution. And then the North County maintenance contractor has, Hightown Park had a water line that has been, broken for a year, probably 3 to 4 months now. They have 1,400 linear feet of pipe with no isolation posts. So that entire park has been without water for probably 3 months now because they had to shut the whole thing off instead of just close the valve. So we got that up and running, so they're now able to use the park, so that's good. We're doing New Mexico Department of Transportation, FAA, and KSA. We're doing free bids for the airport, so that's going along well. Incorporated within that is the completion of the pilot's lounge. So we get a lot of phone calls about people. Hey, what can I do? I'm doing a flight in, and what can I do while I wait for my people? And well, I'm sorry, we don't have a car. We don't. There's no Ubers, so having that lounge is going to be. And also the monthly meeting with the fire and EMS chiefs, that is about 3 hours a month. It's a long, in-depth meeting, and we really have some issues that we're trying to address there. So that's an ongoing monthly demand, and it's time well spent, but it's a lot there.
Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, and I didn't see the department reports. Is there anything you'd like to state?
Just that we talked to Triadic, we saw their little program, and it wasn't any better than what we had 20 years ago. And they are working on a new one, and they'll let us know when they get it, and we can look at it. But otherwise, we really don't want to go back. We would rather stay with what we have until we see something better.
Yeah, and so in discussion, it's my understanding that we're going to stay with Tyler in the assessor's office, your office, and in the commission office once we begin the implementation. The only place we'll have Triadic is,
Will not be either.
oh, commission office will be with Triadic? Okay, that's,
I need to stay with every state.
okay, and that's not heartburn because we haven't really implemented a software in the commission office anyway. Yeah, so if you like Tyler, the assessors like Tyler, we're gonna have a successful bridge, right? So
And everybody can be happy.
we're gonna split the baby and hope both ends survive.
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you. Moving on to action items, unless there's more discussion with the departments. Okay, action items. We are pushing delegation of purchasing authority for an outdoor LED sign for Glenwood Park to purchase to item number 1. You bet.
So I did hand out the papers for you guys, the kind of the justification of why we're recommending Stewart sign. If you look at the initial quote, they're slightly higher than LED Sign City, but there's a reason for that, and this outlines that for you. And Hayden has a copy of it, and I can share it with you all later too. I have a matrix that we put together to show the 3 quotes that we got, and what provided what. So basically, very quickly, we're getting a larger sign, the Stewart signs. We're getting a dual pole instead of a single pole. We are getting a dual controller, which means that we can have one side be one thing and one side be the other, instead of both be the same. And LED quoted us a single controller, which means they both have to be the same. They quoted a single pole. It's on Stewart signs is on cellular, has a lifetime Verizon warranty plan. We don't have to pay anything else for that ever, as long as we have that sign. But LED Sign City has Wi-Fi standard, which means it has to have an Ethernet connection, which requires a line, because we don't want to send our wireless there unless we start line. Okay, and then if we do go cellular with them, it's optional, it's gonna cost us a little bit more because it's not standard. And it's $50 a month if we go through them to have the plan, or we can have our own plan and get our own SIM card. So there's additional ongoing cost if we go that direction. So that's, again, these are the value adds that we're seeing with Stewart Signs, even though the quote is a little more. Then they have, Stewart Signs has a 5-year standard warranty, lifetime on the structure and bases. LED Sign City is a 5-year limited warranty, parts only. And then with Stewart Signs, the sign is manufactured in-house, including the LED panel, so everything's done in the United States and everything's done by that manufacturer. With LED Sign City, the sign itself is manufactured in-house, but they outsourced the LEDs, and it was a name that looked Asian to me, so it's probably China. And I'm just making that assumption, I didn't come right up and ask it. So LED Sign City did offer a significant discount if we paid in full, but there's a limit to that. It has to be, they have to have a PO in place by August 1st. Not gonna have it. Stewart Signs, I went back to them and asked them if they offered a discount if we paid in full. They said they can't do that, because they really did give us the best price for municipality on the sign that they quoted. But they said that if we don't need their engineering help, which we may not, we need to look at that in more depth. They will deduct $500 off the quote, and then they'll give us an additional $200 discount, just because they like us. So what I really wanted to point out is, even though the Stewart sign was slightly higher, and I know that the defaults go with the less expensive one, I think there's more value, we think there's more value in what they're providing. They're giving us additional things that cost more at LED Sign City. You'll see, that I showed what the additional cost would be if we made it exactly the same kind of thing. And then I'm still waiting to hear back from them. They are very slow to respond. That's one of the other reasons why I recommend Stewart Signs, or we, that's what I say I. But they've been extremely responsive. They tried to work with us what we want to be able to do. We think we're getting better value for the money with the dual pole, everything manufactured in-house, better warranty, et cetera. So those are the reasons why we are recommending and requesting that we get approval for the Stewart Signs versus the LED Sign City. And the other third quote that we had in the staff ballpark, I didn't even continue to compare them. And I think that's it. Any questions?
In attending the meeting, I know that the park board is very cautious about how they're spending their money. The park board agrees that the Stewart sign is the most effective in the long run, right?
That was definitely what we put away with. We had every board member attending the other night for that, so that was very encouraging. They were definitely in support of Stewart sign.
I think that we make a motion to approve the,
Stewart sign.
This is waiting now.
I'm sorry, the button, you can type it.
Okay, on the procurement side, if you choose anything other than the lowest, you'll have to, do the written determination as to why.
Yes.
What goes with that, that's what happens.
Yeah, I think somebody mentioned that to me, and we're happy to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, just send me the form or where the link is, and I'll have those take care of that.
Yeah, there's lots of justification for, it actually saves
You
money.
put it with the PO when it's done.
Yeah.
We can put them there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can just, revise this and fluff it a little bit and put it on the form that you need it on, because I think basically this shows the justification for the recommendation. Perfect.
so I would make a motion, we approve the Stewart Signs.
Very good. Do we have Buster on the line? Okay, I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I've got to say that if the park board likes it, I just plumb love it.
Can we get a copy of it when in the clerk's office, please? Thank you.
I do have copies I made it. I can send you an info as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Joe.
Okay.
Do you want one too, baby?
It'll just go in here.
You get me, Betty? Yeah, okay.
Okay, moving on to action item 8, consideration of resolution 02-2026, approval of the fourth quarter report for fiscal year spending.
That's my final report that will go up into DFA. I just need a resolution of it before I can submit it.
Okay, I just looking to pull it up here. Here it is. Okay, very good. Do I have a motion to approve 02-2026 as presented?
I will motion.
And I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Consideration of resolution 03-2026, adopting the final fiscal year. Let me pull this up. Do I have any discussion?
So on this final budget, everything that will change from the interim budget was there's more revenue that has been included, and now would be the time if you instruct me on, I did print out there for you. I did the cost of a 3% raise and a 1.5% raise. So if it shows you the money's there. So if you, it's an increase of what, $21,000 or something on a 1.5%. overall an increase of 42,635 for a 3% raise. Between those two right there, you've got a cushion of $46,000. So it is sustainable. It's just a matter of if you want to do it.
Okay, so, but this is just gonna be, the road crew would not get a raise, right?
No, this doesn't include your elected or your appointed or your,
Well, we can't give the elected.
that's what I'm saying. It just includes, does not include the road department simply because the unsurety of the funds. They're not, right now, they have budgeted everything they have.
So what if we went to a 1.5% for everybody, including the road crew? We would be at that, we would be probably under the 42.
The road crew has no extra money right now for anything. They've budgeted it all.
If I might, Mr. Chairman, I mean, that would then be the general fund supplementing the road fund with 1.2%, which is fine.
And the general fund can do that?
Yeah, so that's, I think that's, yes, the general fund can supplement the road fund.
Okay.
The road fund cannot
Supplement.
supplement the general.
Okay.
Because I don't wanna give,
Right, I see. The other thing was, well, yeah, and then the other thing was that it could be, the stipulation could be I'm thinking the funds are gonna come in. I think they're gonna come in somewhere probably around October-ish or whatever, and the other side was, if the funds come in, then we up the road department also, but it's up to you guys, however you wanna do it.
You can also, just as to expand on Becky's, do road department now to make it across the board and then do everyone again, with budget adjustment resolution in October. Well, for a bit.
so I would make a motion to give everybody, road crew, everybody 1.5 raise. And we'll revisit it if the funds come in, but straight across the board so that everybody gets a raise.
Okay.
I mean, minus elected officials because they can't.
Right, I understand.
Question,
Yes.
in your numbers there, is that strictly wage? We increase 1.5%, that's the wage increase.
My totals took in everything. It was the total for para, FICA, everything.
Oh, good.
It covered, I just did it as a lump sum. I just went through it. Put the formula in for 1.5%, 3%. It gave me the total at the end. I used the DFA spreadsheet because it's already calculated and it does it for you, so then I just, but it does cover the FICA, like I said, FICA, para.
Yeah, so the commission would not be comfortable giving everybody a raise except for the road crew.
Right.
Right. Everybody
just
works equally hard.
This-
Yeah, so
I did.
so I agree with Audrey, 1.5%
Straight across the board.
straight across for everyone that we can legally give the raise to.
And if the funds come in and we have them, then we'll revisit this in October.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be my motion.
And we'll still be within that 42,000. So, Adrian, we have the budget resolution here. Do we need to add to it our comments?
Yes, sure. I would suggest that you motion to approve the budget adjustment resolution with the 1.5% raise across the board, changing to what was presented.
Okay, and I think Audrey made that motion. Did she get it, Madam Clerk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If there's no more discussion, I will second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Motion passes. Very good. Moving on. Approval of job descriptions for vehicle maintenance position and accounts payable payroll. Do we have discussion on this? Is this you, Deb?
Yeah, so before you today, and I'm looking for my paperwork, two things. So the vehicle maintenance position is per our discussion earlier in the year of wanting to capture an employee to do, because we are expending a lot of money going out to,
Right.
and it's for vehicle maintenance predominantly through the sheriff's department and the road department, right? And so capturing that with a county employee, I think would be beneficial. Also, we have a lot of money going out for our, the fire department equipment maintenance up in the North County. So if we can capture some of that, now the goal is that this person does bring their own tools. That's why you will see that increase in wage a bit higher, because we are, instead of the county covering that expense to purchase all of that equipment, this person will be providing their own. That's the goal. So that is why that salary range is a little bit higher than what you normally see.
Where are they gonna look at it?
Mark has offered, so the way I foresee this position is I would like them to be both here and, kind of in the reserve road yard. That would be the, half their time, and the other half of their time kind of up in the North County. Hopefully, they're going to be able to be in Palmato, and that way the North County folks don't have to come all the way down the reserve. And the road department up there has also offered their, facilities for use, and also that captures the need for disposing of the used oil and things like that, because we already have those tanks at the road department site.
Would they just have like a mobile tool unit to go back and forth?
That would be, and so not having the individual yet, there's some things that we would have to discuss with them. What kind of tools would they have? What do they need to be mobile? It wouldn't be a true mobile position. They would be working out of the road yard. But at the same time, they have to be mobile enough to go help somebody that's stuck in the field, right? So we have the need for both.
So have we done the analysis to show that the money that we spend on maintenance, outside maintenance, will be covered? Will cover the 55 to 60,000 salary?
And I'll let Becky speak on that. We have just in one vendor that we use currently, we had, so one vendor we used up in the North County, we have spent over $50,000, and that was just a single vendor in North County. So, and then that doesn't capture what the sheriff's department and the road department has done down here. So I'll let Becky.
I have not actually done a sit-down line item research on it. It's something that I can do.
Well, I think
To see it.
Yeah, I think
I would need to pull the vendors if I need to look at overall for the last fiscal year spent.
I think the public would like to see that this new position is actually a savings for the county. I'm confident we're going to show the savings. So I have no problem asking for a motion to approve this so we can move ahead. But I sure would like to see the,
Bottom line.
could you do that for us next month? Okay. Any other discussion?
No.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the Catron County Fleet Maintenance position?
I will move.
And I will second. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Good work. I think that's a good idea. That came from the sheriff and Mark. Okay, consideration of 04/2026 authorizing.
Was that on the HR one too? The payroll HR?
Oh, yeah. So there is, he had, the vehicle maintenance was one.
The HR.
Oh, I'm missing one.
Payable and the other one.
Okay,
What the only real change this position is, currently HR is handled by the county manager, and I would like to, I absorbed that position roughly in May, and the goal here is to put that back up where it was under when this position was held by Barbara Hudson. It was originally HR, accounts payable, and payroll. Actually, I don't think she had accounts payable. It was originally HR and,
It was just HR and payroll. accounts
payroll, yeah. And so I'm proposing we increase the salary by about $7,500 a year. to capture because the goal is to, there's a lot of research that has to go into the HR aspect of things. When you're dealing with disability and FMLA and things like that, that come into it. So where these funds would come from is we've actually reduced the grant manager position, so there's a net savings in that.
So are you gonna apply this as like one job, or you like? You're gonna add it to Joe's job, but is it flying as its own job? Like, we can't just give that to Joe without flying it, right?
So it would, I imagine, I'll leave that up to Adrian to see, because this is more of a restructure of it.
Because we're not creating a new job then.
Discuss it, probably what that.
You're changing the scope of the job.
So on this HR part of it, I think that, and I think we're gonna have to table the HR part of it and more discussion.
Which is fine. It's the payroll and accounts payable is an existing position. So
It's filled or not filled?
that is filled.
By
And
Joe.
so this is adding additional duties with additional pay to the existing position.
See, I don't think we can do that. I think there's like, as we have to correct way, we can do it, but we have to do it correct, or we'll get caught.
Well, if it's changing the position fundamentally, then we're gonna need to advertise for it. I mean, now I would say probably, there's a good chance, Joe, who has experience, would get it, but yeah, change the position fundamentally.
So Adrian, what do you suggest we do this almost should have been two different items.
Yeah,
It should take them as two different items, it's not a fault.
Even though we approved the agenda.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can approve one job description, not another, or vice versa, or.
Okay.
You want to.
So what we need to do on the other motion, is just approve the vehicle maintenance person. And then we're gonna make this as a separate item.
Are you tabling it? or-
Yes, we're tabling it for now.
So we gotta make a motion.
You do. So I will call for a motion to table the Catron County Human Resources Payroll Accounts Payable position.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All
And
right.
that needs to be dealt with, so if you can just make some notes. So that we can get that in order and revisit it in the next meeting.
Yeah, I'm looking at the minimum requirements, and I've got some questions on that too, so. I think it's a good idea.
We vote all in favor, all in favor, aye.
Yeah, we did. Motion passed. Okay, consideration 04-2026. Go to that. Authorizing the county manager to take all necessary actions to facilitate participation in opioid litigation settlements and ratifying prior actions.
Wow. Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, as you know, the county is a member of the opioid collaborative, which consists of 7 counties. Valencia County is the fiscal agent, and again, this is stemming from you're involved with the national opioid litigation that's been going on for the past 7 or 8 years, and receiving funds and settlements depending on the national opioid litigation. A lot of times these matters come in very swiftly, and need action to be taken, basically to approve or disapprove or to take other administrative actions at the recommendation of our state and local attorneys that are on this. Again, the program's really good in that Catron County is a small county and is really not receiving as much opioid settlement funds as larger counties. However, being that we're tied in with the coalition, we're actually receiving a lot more bang from our buck and will receive a lot more bang from our buck based on our size since we're tied in with larger counties. We're requesting that all 7 counties adopt this so that the county manager can take swift action based on the recommendations of, of council that comes in. So I recommend approval.
The money that we do get, does that not go to a group account with other?
The money that we receive is held by the fiscal agent of the collaborative, which is the county of Valencia.
Yeah.
So they do all the accounting and DFA reports. The problem with the money, and this has to do with the way the national settlements have come down, is that you have to be very careful on how you spend it. It can only be opioid related. And I disagree with with the analysis of the settlements, but these are this is what's been done with thousands of counties across the country, and that I think, gosh, our deputies have had to deal with how many opioid problems. I would think that a new police vehicle would be a valid settlement spending, but it's not. So we have to be very careful about how we spend it, and it's auditable, and they could actually go back on you for the money. So it's good that we have a program manager and a fiscal agent that is keeping a close eye on it.
So I'm trying to quickly read the language here. Does it say specifically, Adrian, that the decision will be made after consultation with council?
I don't believe that it says that, but
You think it would be wise to put that in there, that there should be consultation with council?
If you would like that said, I don't think that Deb would act without it, because it only comes from council. Council comes, we're not seeking out the decisions on our own. These are things that come from council, and they say, this is what you need to do. So I don't think it's necessary.
So, okay, all right. Very good. Any other discussion?
Now I'll make a motion that we approve the 04 consideration 04/2026, authorizing the planning manager to take all necessary actions to facilitate participation in opioid litigation settlements and ratifying prior action.
Mouthful of a motion. I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Moving on, delegation of purchasing authority from Pacific Corrugated Pipe Company.
So this is, culverts for the York Ranch Road project, so.
Oh, I see, and it's over your limit.
Yes.
I make a motion we
Why are they so expensive?
just started.
They are expensive.
It's just, that's why I have old ones.
Yeah.
That's why I go and try to find old ones. Yeah.
Me too. Something that someone thrown away.
My goodness. And Pacific Corrugated is where?
That I don't know.
Hong Kong? Half of this is
It's the
free.
paper ones.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. Deb, you feel like this is the best pricing we can come up with?
My understanding, and this was a Mark project, and he unfortunately wasn't able to be here. So my understanding is staff did their research and
Okay.
attempted to find the lowest price.
And it's in the budget? All right. Do I have a motion to approve the purchase of Pacific Corrugated Pipe Company or the products from Pacific Corrugated Pipe Company as presented?
Yeah, I the second time.
Oh, sorry.
You have two motions.
Okay, which motion are we gonna take? The
I'll
first-
motion we approve it.
All right. I will second the first motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. We're coming up to Stantec. Consideration of Stantec Task Order number 4, 2024. How are you, sir?
Doing well, thanks.
May we have some discussion?
Yeah, what this is for the construction services on Beaverhead Road, bid administration, administrating their construction contracts. Again, coordinating the quality assurance testing, and then full-time construction observation. That's full-time, just saying 30 hours per week over a period of 15 weeks. We'll have the description of the work we're going to do. Should also have a breakdown of who and how many hours, what rate. Each one of those pieces, part of the work is on to be accomplished. So I'm here to bring questions about that. It is at this time quite a bit under the budget in the grant for construction services. Got a very good budget in there.
Are you and intentionally leaving room in the budget for unknowns that are going to pop up?
Yes.
Or could pop up?
Yes.
Okay. So it's within the grant that is that we've won.
Yes.
So the project.
And Polonius grant. Beaverhead Road.
Okay. And the timing of everything, does it look like we're going to meet timelines?
We will. We've already got the design done. Bid documents, everything. But we really don't want to advertise this until about October, November to be ready to proceed first this year. One of the reasons for that is because this road is going to be paved. It's hard to get asphalt in here. Temperature is paved. So we'll be paving somewhere around March or April. I think we'll have it.
But that shouldn't stop us from getting bids, right? They wouldn't do the paving until April.
Right, yeah, no, we'll paint bids, like I said, around November.
But why hold off on obtaining the bids?
Well, I think that it needs to be closer to people who actually do the project, so conditions, cost, everything.
Prices going up, and if you get a bid now, we would have to rebid again in November or April.
Put in a factor case, assume price is good.
But wouldn't the advantage be that we're in their schedule, and if we get bids now, we can be written into their schedule so there won't be any delays in April? I don't know how busy people are typically to do this type of work.
Yeah, I guess we could. I don't know if that'd be advised, because, well, if you'd like us to do that, we certainly do it. It's not very common to obtain the bids that far ahead.
I just see how slow some of these projects move, and I know it's not all Stantec's fault. So I'm looking to find a way to make sure we're locked in, so our April paving isn't pushed out to August or September.
Yeah, normally the bidding period, by the time you advertise, distribute plans, then have your bid meeting, pre-bid meeting, go through the award, execute the construction
Sure.
contract and all that. Only it takes about 2 months.
Okay.
So
Well, I don't think that particular action item is in what we're approving today anyway. It's just part of the discussion. We're
Yeah.
just approving dollars right now.
right, yeah,
Proceeding.
we can certainly discuss with you and Mark, see what the county'd like to do as far as fund. You know, we would really like to put York Branch Road and Beaverhead out at the same time. Next item here considers York Branch Road. So putting those out simultaneously, that's getting more interest, better bids.
Okay, we have comment. Okay, without any more comment, do we have a motion to consider number 4-2024 CIF construction service? Okay, I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, now we're on to York Branch Road, 5-2024. Any comment on that?
That's the same thing as Beaverhead. This is for the construction contract. I had administration, administering the construction contract, and construction observation. We're about, as far as the portion of that the county themselves is going to do, you ordered the public sport today, that's already been signed. Mark, we're able to start on that as soon as we get the problems. Now, that's not part of this contract, but what this is about is the portion of gonna head out for the contractors. Again, with this, we want to be in construction during the spring. Reason why is because Mark is going to be doing his work, that project. We don't want the county there and the contractor there at the same time within each other's ways. So we believe that putting this out, start construction during the spring, be the best thing to do.
Okay, and we're still within budget,
Yes, sir.
and there's dollars in there for unforeseens.
There is. Hope you won't have the unforeseen when we do it.
Okay,
Let's just make it to where this time we don't have unforeseens. Then I'll be happy.
Sure, I guess.
yeah, we've had those discussions before. Okay, can you help me understand how going out with Beaverhead and York Branch Road at the same time will benefit?
One thing is, don't for construction services. Agree to having two problems in once, that's our work motivation. If we do down in that cost. So that's one. The other benefit is when you have two projects at once that are, fairly sizable. I think we're gonna get more interest on contractors that we got here. More work, it's pretty close to one another. So past experience has shown us that that will increase the likelihood of getting more interest, that will get more bids, get more competition.
Okay. All right. Do I have a motion on number 5, 2024 EPF construction services?
I'll motion we approve that.
I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Thank you. And George, I'm sorry, it's not on the agenda, but I will be speaking with George about Mangus and Grove Road. Okay. All right. Thank you. Moving on, consideration to submit an application, accept funding from the FAA for federal, state, and local funds for the airport reserve project.
So this is part of the rehabilitation project that is going out. We have the fencing, the wildlife fencing that is being expanded. We have the runway widening. And part of that, as mentioned, is the pilot lounge. So this is basically the paperwork aspect of that the FAA needs to show. So you guys have to approve us applying for that application, and you also have to approve the acceptance of that.
Is there anything in the packet on it? I'm struggling.
That was,
I don't recall reading anything about this. Okay. Do we have further discussion on this? And this is approval to take action on exactly what?
and you're approving me to submit the application. Actually, KSA is submitting it on county spec.
Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Okay, well, I think this is pretty straightforward. Do I have a motion to approve county manager to submit application?
I'll motion.
KSA. I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Very good. I'll look forward to that lounge. Consideration of resolution 56, 2025, declaring an emergency in the county of Statron County. Thank you for including this.
I don't know if I do that resolution.
This was provided to you last evening also.
Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. Again, this is the county's second revision of this, and it's just to add additional information, as requested by Mr. Forward. Basically, the additional information is applied to the whereas clauses, in this page 2 through 3, and it says that we've been supported by Socorro, Cibola, Chavez, Grant, Galva, Luna, Otero, and Sierra counties. And additionally, it says the supporting counties are both Democrat and Republican majority county commissions. Accordingly, the bipartisan support of the county's declaration illustrates that the crisis is not a partisan issue, but instead a man-made environmental catastrophe that must be addressed by whoever holds the office of governor. So that's the additional language that is. But if we can make changes or revisions, we'll all see that.
When I read through it, I thought it was very well written. The only thing that I thought was missing is a request that the governor not continue to ignore this resolution or take action.
We can certainly add that, though.
Best that he takes action.
Yeah.
We've heard crickets.
Yeah.
So let me just add an extra line in there.
Is it appropriate to include that she should not continue to ignore but to take action, or just take action?
Whichever you prefer.
Well, I'm asking your opinion. What do you think, Hubbard?
I think that we should request the government take that. I don't know, like,
She's been ignored.
She's ignored everything. The sheriff has reached out to her 3 times now and he just gets something like, we'll be in touch.
So maybe,
I spoke with Howie Morales about it, it's just crickets.
maybe if we use the language ignore, they may argue that saying we've been working behind the scenes.
I think that we should put a press release out in the Albuquerque Journal
Yeah, so if,
of all the support and we're gonna have to push her to do the meeting.
so if you could add the language to take action on the resolution. Be in immediate communication with county government. So on the same topic, while Adrian's doing that, I know Deb is in the process of working on a letter of gratitude to the other counties that have been supporting us and putting language in there that we will be working closely with them in how to better manage the WOLF program. That's not for the resolution. I'm just filling time.
So I've had be it further resolved, this board respectfully requests the governor that the governor consider the bipartisan support given, and again implores that the immediate action be taken to provide relief that is desperately needed to the inhabitants of the area.
And be in communication with Catchment County government. Is that appropriate?
Certainly.
Oh. Okay. All right. Do I have a motion to approve resolution 56-2025 with the discussed amendment?
I'll motion.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Adrian. Moving on, approval of checks and registers. Approval of payroll. Can we do them both together?
So you will not find any checks registers with the closing of the fiscal year and the opening of the new one. That's why you guys had such a large packet last time, so.
Okay, so no action on
No check.
checks and registers.
It's just payroll.
Approval of payroll. Do I have a motion?
I'll motion.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Okay, here we go. Fun part, executive session. May I have a motion and roll call vote to recess regular session and go into an executive session, and that pursuant to New Mexico State Statute Section 10-15-1, only the following matters will be discussed in closed session. Do I have a motion?
I'll motion.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And roll call.
District 2,
Audrey McBee. Here, aye.
District 3.
Hayden Forward. Aye.
Okay, we have
Buster still out.
Yeah.
All right, we are in executive session. We need a time?
time is
10:15.
10:15. Okay. Let us know when you are ready to come out.